Guys, so it's been a little bit. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you because this week is peak week. I'm officially actually less than even a day out from when I'll be actually very soon to like literally 24 hours out to when I'll be stepping on stage, because it'll probably be around this time, which is 3 p.m. now. I'll probably be on stage between 3 and 4 p.m. tomorrow from the UKDFBA International Finals in Leicester. We're due to leave the flat in about an hour and a half, a bit under that, like a little over an hour. And so I've just been getting everything ready for tomorrow, basically. So I'm going to take you through my meals that I have packed, probably similar to what you've seen me do for a show day before. I always think it's interesting to get that insight though. And I haven't been taking you through this week, my peak week, because honestly, when you're working full time, and it's been a busy week for me, I've actually had quite a few clients sign up and start up this week, and several podcasts, me being on those or interviewing. It's just a lot going on, and I have to monitor my physique, and there's more time posing and taking care of those little variables. It's actually very hard to document that as well as like doing life, you know? So I did want to document some. However, the transition from the way I felt at the start of the week or the end of last week to how I feel now is huge. Stark though. Something I wanted to document was, no matter how trash you feel within a dieting phase, how much you're feeling zombie mode, carbohydrates and deloading can work wonders very quickly. Within about 2 days, I started feeling much more normal. And now it's Friday, so I'm officially 4 days, I believe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, 4 days, yeah. So Friday will be my 5th day, but 4 days in, and I feel very good 4.5 days in, and like fresh and great, and like diet fatigue is low, energy levels very good, food focus is low, physique's feeling great. So it dissipates very quickly. So always remember that when you're digging, you've got that kind of shining light at some point that's gonna come, or you can implement some refeeds and things. Anyway, I'll take you through some of my food that I've just made up, and yeah, we'll see where this vlog can go, but it'll probably be like a 1 day out vlog. I'll show you like the hotel we've got, we're in Leicester, and yeah, what the plans are, and then hopefully I'll have Gigi tomorrow to kind of record some of show day, so you get some insights into that. Interestingly enough, for this week, side note, 174 pounds. For those of you who have been following along very closely, my first show, I think I was 172 pounds on stage. Doesn't make much sense, does it? But physique, trust me guys, looking much better, and I have dug over the last weeks. So yeah, it's a kind of a good thing, because the scale doesn't really matter, and the fact it's higher and I'm looking this good and this sharp means there's a lot of muscle mass there, which is really cool. So I've laid out a lot of my food here. So to take you through, I've got this evening's meal, which is 250 potato, got my venison there with my tomatoes and peppers, the same evening dinner always. And then also I've already pre-cooked these. 2 lots of basmati rice. I normally only have 1, but my carbs are a bit higher today. So I've got 2 there. Got monsters, 1 for show day and then the day after. Pre-prepped protein bars. These are really just for Sunday in case, or later on Saturday, because I can't just take tons of food and meals, and we're in a hotel and who knows what supermarkets will have. So they're kind of just security blankets. This is for show day. So this is meal 1, breakfast, my normal breakfast, my pro oats, and I have my dark chocolate here, which I will consume with that. Then I have my second meal and probably my final meal before stage, because I normally consume this at about 12:30, and then we're on stage at about 3:30, and I wouldn't normally have a meal between those. So I'm just having that. It looks bad and bland at the moment, but I have my ketchup here, important because this has sodium, which will impact things. And I'm also going to be taking my salt with me to salt things as I normally do. So that's something you have to remember on show days, to season things and salt things as normal. Taking some Snacker Jacks with me for tonight, and also just in case I need some extra carbs tomorrow, some protein powder again, just as like a security blanket. In here, I have my pre-stage pump up, so just a pump up formula I've been using, and half a teaspoon of salt as well, which is already in there. So then I'll just mix that up with about 250 mils of fluids. These are actually some American cereal I've been having. What's the cookie? It's like Cookie Crisp, but it's the American one, and I've forgotten what it's called. Chips Ahoy, that's the one. Charlotte just said it in the background. So this is just one serving of Chips Ahoy, which is for this evening. It's a bit better than Cookie Crisp. It looks virtually identical. And if I had them side by side, would I know? Probably not. It's not really worth the money. So I think that's all the food. Oh, the only other thing is some gummy worms here, which I'll have 2 of those at least, with my pump up formula pre-stage to give me some sugar to get on stage and use and have that blood sugar there so I'm not gassing out or anything. And then obviously I will have all my fluids with me, and I have a fluid protocol. That sounds really weird, but I know what liquids I'll be consuming by time, and it's very much dictated by how I normally do it. So my fluids and salt are the same, and they're not a variable that I'm messing around with. So I'm pretty excited. We have just got to the Avis, which is dog friendly. Hence Ada is very excited. She's been an absolute nightmare to get here. And yeah, it's a little bit cozy, isn't it, Charlotte?
That's all right.
But we're here now. Got my meals over here. There's no fridge or anything, but I think that'd be all right in here. It's a little bit cozy. This is the toilet come shower. Does the job. We'll be all right here. I'll get a meal in and then get some PM shots under probably some, try and find some decent lighting in here. And then, yeah, relax, hit the hay, and then tomorrow we'll start kicking off where I have to register, we'll get the tan done with Charlotte again, and then get my proper tan, and then basically start hitting the stage. So yeah, my back is definitely aching because I was wearing the weighted vest and had my big backpack, or like the bag with all the food in. So yeah, want that to chill out, but yeah, feeling fine. So just sitting down to dinner. So I have my 2 lots of rice in here. So yeah, I'll be having that, and then I've got in here, I've got my venison with my potato and everything, and then I'll have my Greek yogurt, which is in this. I'll have that later today, like just before going to bed. I have some of the cereal, I have it all with me here, and I have 600 mils of fluid in here, which is the usual amount. I will have finished up today on about 5.5 litres of fluids, which is at the higher end of what I would typically consume. On a low day, I might have anywhere between 3.5 to 4 litres. So as carbohydrates have come up, and this is over double the number of carbs I have on a low day, my fluids have come up as well. So yeah, I have my salt, this is what I was going to say. Got my salt shaker here with me, and so I'm going to salt this as I normally do. And that's how I've been accounting for it, rather than like having a scale or doing teaspoons or anything. I've just been doing my standard shake, and that's as precise as I think you need to be honest. I don't think it's any more helpful to be more precise than that. And today I will have hit, actually me and Charlotte are going to be going out just to test Ada in here on her own. And I've hit 14,000 steps now, so probably by the time we've done that, I'll be close to hitting 15,000 steps. Yeah, and then I'll get some PM shots. Hopefully I can film me getting some PM shots actually, and see what the lighting's like in here.
Do you want anything? I can find a drinks machine. Why are you being so nice to me? It's just a tea. I'm fine. Thank you. Don't have many girlfriends, if you didn't notice. How come? Well, because they think I'll steal their girlfriends. The extensions on her. And what was she thinking? I just think it's unfair that women have to stress about things like that, you know? Don't you ever worry? About what? No. Getting old and not meeting someone in time, missing a chance. Not really. Think about it all the time. Well, you and me ain't that silly, are we?
So guys, it's show day, and actually we've had a bit of a stressful morning, or I have so far. Charlotte's yet to have that just yet, but it might happen a little bit further depending on how we handle this. Basically, we are not allowed to leave Ada in the room apparently. We have to accompany her the whole time, and we were never told this. This was never made clear to us, so we're gonna have to find a solution because that's a problem. But I've just gone for a walk with Ada, had a bit of fluid, some of my Monster, and done a like 15-minute pump up where I got a bit sweaty, held all my sweats on. And this was kind of the end result, particularly very exciting for my legs. They look absolutely crazy, especially all the striations that are coming through and the vascularity. Both quads feathering, which is very exciting. Glutes are still looking good, particularly in this lighting. So, what do they say? Thick, solid, tight. Very happy with this. If I can step on stage just like this, that would be great. But I'm gonna have a shower now and then have breakfast, and then we need to, I need to go register at the venue.
So he was quite a remarkable man and a remarkable MP. Well, my first thoughts are actually with the church which is just behind us here, JPS Methodist Church, because it's happened on their ground and on their sacred space. And these things actually bring faith communities together.
Guys, thank you for tuning into some of the kind of peaking process the day before, the travel, getting organised, and hopefully you got some interesting insights into all of that. Obviously you will have seen, and we actually will have a show day vlog coming out with Gordon, hopefully coming out in not too distant future. I came fourth in my show, which is right in the mix of where I would have been just about okay with. Having looked back at some of the photos, I'm really pleased with how I was looking. I'm really pleased with the package I brought. The peak week went fantastically well. I did everything in my power to bring about the best Steve on stage possible. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm very, very pleased. Looking at the top four, I almost feel like you could have put us in almost any old order and it wouldn't have been something you'd completely scratch your head at and be like, what the fuck? So I think there's a chance that I could do pretty well at the WNBF if a similar lineup came up and the subjectivity of the kind of judging panel was to my favour. It is a subjective sport, and when you do come and compete in bodybuilding, you have to realise that people are going to have their preferences, and you might think you're meeting a certain criteria, but it's not objective. It's not like you go on stage and you state how much muscle mass you have, what body fat percentage you are. That's not how they score it. They score it with the whole package included. So I'm pleased with my posing, I'm pleased with my presentation, I'm pleased with my conditioning and my muscle mass, and ultimately the rest is out of my hands, as it were. So I'm focusing on the next week. I'm digging. So I've been digging ever since the Saturday, which was the show day, because basically I had a very low intake on that day. I had a Subway 6-inch ham Subway, toasted, no cheese, with a Subway salad with teriyaki chicken on top. Had all the veg that they had available, and I feel like they've got less veg available than they used to. And then I had some like Greek yogurt. That's all I had in that evening. Didn't cheat, didn't binge, met my numbers really, hit my protein. And then on the Sunday was a diet day. So since Sunday, and now it's Wednesday, I've been dieting, and I'll diet through until Sunday again. And from Monday, I'll do another progressive load and start deloading training probably from the Thursday latest, with the show being on the Sunday. So yeah, I'll probably get half a week of hard training in, and then I'll start tapering it real back to sort of deload style training where I do my full body pump up sessions. And yeah, this week, 250 calories less, 50 grams less of carbs, 5 grams less fat, and actually I've let my protein come down about 5 to 10 grams as well, around 250 calories less, and I'd already dug the week prior, and my step count is going to average probably about 18,000 or so, depending how much I get on the weekend. During the week it averages 17 to 18,000, and I'm going to try and push that towards the 18, so that on the weekend I can really push it up and really just take these last pinches of body fat that I've got, get as close to elite conditioning as I can be, and what will be on the show day. And I'm very excited for it because we're going to have the whole team there. So guys, I'll leave this here. Don't want to inundate you with tons of just chatter of me sat here. Thank you as always for tuning in. On to the next one. We're going to revive stronger, and I'm gunning for a Worlds invite, guys. I really, really want a Worlds invite. Not just the invite, I want to go to Worlds, which is in Las Vegas. If I get top 3 in my class, I get an invite. Let's see what I can do. Cheers guys, take care, revive stronger.